Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So, I want to get a bit of a read on where it is that you guys are at. I feel like there's been this push-pull, but I feel as though a lot of you guys have been tired, exhausted, and in some ways it's like you're trying to move forward, you're trying to be at peace about something's going to change. And I think a lot of you are starting to feel the anxiety behind it. So I want to get a read. Let's get an idea on what it is the universe wants you to know. Trust in the magic, White Raven, Spirit. You're going through a bit of a quest, and it's a long quest, but I really feel like you guys are sort of in the middle of the dark night of the soul, but you're starting to emerge into the light. It's sort of like your eyes feel a little bit light sensitive. Give with grace and gratitude. Spirit has your back. Time to lay a solid foundation. There's going to be an ask before we dive in from the universe. It's time to really be thoughtful about letting go of any kind of resentment that you've had towards anybody in your past. There's a chance for you to open up a portal of forgiveness. And forgiveness is not about this other person or this other situation or all the things that you've ever gone through. Forgiveness is about you making the conscious choice to bring in change. I think many of you have set that foundation, you have set the intention, and the universe wants to let you know that amazing changes are going to be coming down the line. So, if this sounds like you're reading, you are more than welcome to stick around. If we haven't met yet, my name is High Priestess Berries, psychic, medium, and divine channeler, hoping to bring you a message. Now, always remember, my messages are candid, unscripted, but they're also timeless, so please tap into your instincts. Listen to your intuition. If there's anything that I talk about that doesn't make any sense, totally fine. Do not worry about it. This message may not be for you, but if it does resonate, please let me know by liking and sharing your experiences in the comments below. Oh man, so we got Five of Cups, Four of Cups. It's sort of like you really hoped you could have gotten something out of this situation, whether if this is divine masculine or even you just showing up. I really feel as though, well, you might be frustrated with a masculine energy in your life. It's actually more that you tried showing up in your masculine energy, you overcompensated for a relationship and you held yourself back because it's sort of like, wait, oh shit, I repeated the same thing again. I think this is where I think the forgiveness is going to have to come in after we go to cut. Temperance, Five of Wands. I feel like you're picking up on a lot of external energies right now. If you feel as though you've put this to bed, you're ready to move forward. The intention does exist, but you're still feeling this frustration, and it's like you can't quite put your finger on it. You have people within your energy around you who are secretly going through something similar as you, but they're persisting through karma while you are in a position to let go. This is Archangel Michael. This is extraordinarily healing. Like I said, you're coming out of the dark night of the soul and getting ready to emerge from the light. But I feel as though as you move forward, you're going to start noticing how people are really not awakened. And some of you might go, of course they're not awakened, berries. No, really unawakened. This is sort of a next level understanding as you move forward. So, what the fuck do you think is going on? The star. This is anticipating something new and different going on. King of Wands. Ah, well, we've been channeling lately that you will have a new incoming soulmate connection that's really going to help you get onto the path. I actually feel as though there's this, I talk about gaming terminology. Every single level, you have to fight the bot, the boss. You have to have a challenge in order to prove that you have that you're worthy. I know the King of Wands likes to prove that they're worthy, like to prove that they're good enough. There's something about getting out of this habit of trying to prove yourself to anybody. Because a lot of the people that I talk to on this channel, you're divine feminine, and divine feminine requires you to just sit back, be cool. Allow the other to go through the effort to come to you. Because if you are in your semblance of self-worth, you know it's okay to say yes, and you know it's okay to say no. I think some of you are still struggling with a little bit of rejection sensitivity, but this does feel like it's changing. What do we have here? Nine of Swords, Okay, I grabbed these two together. I have to honor it. The Sun and the Page of Wands. King of Swords. Okay. What's kind of cool about this reading, you know that Spirit has your back. Your faith in the divine actually has been very restored, even if you don't have all the answers. A lot of you have been struggling trying to find the answers, trying to come up with solutions to your problems. Where do I want to clarify? Okay, I want to use this to clarify. Interesting. Okay, tell me about this Nine of Swords. Because this is your past. This is what you've put to bed, and this is what you have closed out. Losing sleep, dealing with insomnia. In some ways, like, I'm getting it's sort of like dysregulation, but it's not quite that. I think it's you focusing on the wrong, oh, it's like focusing on the wrong thought. It's like you have all of this anxiety going on around you. And right here, because we did see White Raven Spirit, and I realize this is technically Crow energy. There's sort of like the oddball opportunity that you had a very difficult time seeing. But this is your past. This feels as though you have closed out something. What, like, Three of Swords, Hierophant. This is, oh man, being heartbroken by someone that you were utterly devoted to, somebody that you respected, somebody that you thought, past tense, was a guru, someone special in your life. What do we have here? Two of Cups, that came back. The Emperor. Okay, so what's kind of cool is that if you're on the twin flame journey, you've actually done a really great job detaching. I think a few of you are starting to really see your counterpart for who it is that they actually are. Because a lot of people, when they go through abusive dynamics, whether if this is a divine counterpart or a family member or somebody that really did you wrong, did you dirty, this is someone that you, when you walked into the relationship, you really respected them, you revered them, but they really lost their, yeah, they lost their standing in your eyes because you constantly had to prove your worth to them. But the tables have turned. This is kind of cool. You're turning into the King of Wands, and I don't mean that in a negative sense. Your masculine energy has been healing so that you know that if this person shows up or if this archetype shows up again, you are going to remember how much pain it put you through, and it's going to give you a lot of incentive to do your own thing, just to be yourself. This is getting out of a habit of shaping yourself to be more palatable. Because a lot of you guys, it's like you've tried to play around your emotions, and I don't mean that in a negative way. It's like, oh, you're into this? Okay, I'll get into it. This is can be masking when we see the Sun being a little bit hyper vigilant, almost as though this old relationship was hell-bent on dopamine, always being excited. What the hell is it? Halfway through my channeling, whenever Divine Masculine's energy comes through these days, my throat chakra wants to give out, and there's a energy within me. It's like, no, you don't belong here. This person's been extraordinarily dishonest, but I feel as though these are two different people that you are going to actually have the opportunity to connect with somebody. They're going to speak their truth, and it's going to give you a bit of a light code, it feels like. But let's focus on the here and now, because both the Sun and the Page of Wands showed up. But right now, if you're still just trying to get over this, just honoring with where you are at, like, there's a lot of guidance within here just to say focus on yourself. There's been this real need to take care of ourselves, recharge. Many of you have been struggling with some semblance of burnout, overcompensating, and still trying to understand where your codependencies still lie. We just don't leave one person and never become codependent ever again. This is about the journey. This is looking at everything from the big picture. Five of Cups, Four of Cups, Three of Swords. It's kind of cool because these two were sandwiched in here at some point. like you're learning how to get over heartbreak, but rather than hiding the pain, because that's what a toxic King of Wands, a toxic Emperor would do. You're being asked to embrace it. Like a lot of you are coming into your artistry. I do see this Page of Wands. Like this looks like a paintbrush to me when I look at it. Let's see. What do we have at the top over here? Three of Pentacles, Four of Wands. Like this feels like a fun summer, like, you know, and if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, totally cool. This can still be a beautiful winter. There's this kind of feeling like you're going to start collaborating with some new folks. Like this is literally working on an art project together. But I think a lot of you guys are starting to tune into activities, communities, different social circles that are really going to bring out your vibrancy. Something feels good, and I feel like this energy is coming out to let you know you don't need to doubt this. You are actually going to be meeting new people through this, whatever this is. You're going to be meeting people who are going to be on your vibration. And even if they're still unawakened, because we were talking a little bit earlier how people are just not awake, and I really mean it, they're really not awake. You're going to be meeting people who are actually still pretty sleepy, but they don't have this abusive, narcissistic tone that you can just be yourself. And even if you don't talk about spirituality directly, there's a creative way that you express yourself from soul. And these people, they're kind of curious about you. It's like you've piqued their interest. I want to get one more. Knight of Swords. Like a lot of conversations. In some ways, you're going to find creative ways of talking about what it is that you've gone through with people. And it's going to be a lot more gentler. Because when we're in survival mode, man, like we want people's attention. We want people to see that we're going through it. It's so important within our psyche to be seen. But something shifted here where you will be able to talk about some of the painful aspects of your past, but you're going to have the intuitive knowing of when it is worth speaking. Can the person even hear you out? And if they can't hear you out, that's totally okay. You're learning how to channel continuously, channel from soul, speak your truth. I really, and like Knight of Swords and the King of Swords, I feel like you're bringing somebody in, somebody who needs to hear your story, somebody who's been through it. Tell me about this King of Swords. Like this is an incoming energy. Even though you're more than likely a divine feminine, or you've been trying to learn how to access your feminine energy, like both could be possible and both could be true. It's sort of like you still can swap into your masculinity. Like you're never one or the other. The whole point of spirituality is to have a healthy balance of your masculine and your feminine energy despite your gender, not to spite your gender. There's a queer joke hanging around in there somewhere. Underneath there, Nine of Cups. Oh wow, and the Hermit. There's something about this feels calm, guys. This feels good. Well, you might be feeling very hurried and maybe pushing yourselves a little bit. Some of it is a little bit of this old latent energy, this anxiety. But you've been able to transmute it. But when we get to this King of Swords, it's calm, it's thoughtful, it's very intuitive. But that's because wherever it is that you are going, you're going to be able just to kind of sit back and appreciate the journey you have been on. And while masculine energy is about going out and speaking his truth, you know, in this particular case with the card, he's very patient. It's sort of like, if you want to talk to me, I'll communicate with you, but I'm not going to chase after you, but I'm available when you are ready. Like, this is a very balanced king. Because when you are pursuing things that make you feel happy from the inside out, this is getting out of a habit of external validation. I love that. We got the World, Judgment. That's fucking powerful. Guys, you are ending a really nasty karmic cycle. Like, I can't give you a date and I can't give you a time on this. Here's the frustrating thing about being the divine feminine. You are empathic and you see things. And sometimes divine feminine energy can see 6 months to 2 years ahead. So I really want you to be thoughtful about this particular reading. You're on a journey. And this message is sort of a big picture snapshot to let you know you're on the right path, that you are going through this very awkward transition, learning how to transmute a lot of this frenetic, painful energy that somebody else put you through and be able to take ownership of it. Because this is healing. Like this Michael energy, when you feel angelic energy, when you are tuned into your higher self, it almost feels like a bubble. Some people feel as though it's a ball of slime. It's kind of a funny way of describing it. And if you're still struggling with trying to tune into this energy, I do recommend you go check us out on Patreon. I have some fantastic next level light code activations that will help you connect to your higher self and will help restore your energy. Specifically, I'm thinking about healing your aura. I do have a healing your fractured aura meditation on Patreon. Either you can join the monthly membership or you can do a one-time purchase. It's up to you on however you feel called. But this energy splintered you. It fractured you and it put you out of touch with who it is that you are. But whatever healing modality that you are pursuing through the arts, through meditation, through just connecting with new communities, feeling more comfortable speaking your truth, like the universe is like, guarantee you're getting out of this. You're letting go of a previous version of yourself that felt it was okay to be subservient to rude, bullyish behavior. Wow. So this is okay. Let's get one final message for you before we close off today's reading, before I go to shuffle the spiritual path, life lessons, karma, the chakra Kabbalah. You're ending something. And it's just to let you know, you're ending something. This is coming to an end. Because in order to bring in this new soulmate, the soulmate that we've been sort of tracking, like they're on the radar. We can't quite tune into them fully quite yet. They're a little bit in and out because this other person, they're on their journey. They're trying to figure some shit out, but this person is incoming. And a lot of you need to be able to put this to rest so that you can trust your intuition and trust your intuitive guidance that you're going to be meeting multiple people. I see it right here. You're going to be interacting with a lot of people. And whether the soulmate ends up being a friendship, something romantic, short term or long term, they're going to be able to give you the pieces of the puzzle that you need to feel good about moving forward, to know that you can detach from everybody and you can still have love for all. But you are entering into a cycle of self-love rather than dealing with constant self-preservation. So what do we have right here? Peace, healing, gentleness, non-judgment. You are healing. And every day you're being encouraged, just take a few minutes to rest, to be gentle on yourself, to have compassion towards yourself. You've had plenty of energies throughout the years, decades, and lifetimes where they projected their bullshit onto you, but you're being asked to take control of this. Be gentle on yourself. If you can be of peace and be at peace with what you've gone through, you will be able to pay it forward. Without even realizing it, for some of you, you are healers. Without even trying, you'll be able to speak your story. And without even realizing it, you will be able to heal others with your story. Just change the narrative where you're no longer the victim, but you've become one of victory. And if you're compassionate towards yourself, you will magnetize people who are seeking the healing that you have within. I'm just saying, wow. Well, whoever it is that you guys are, damn, I sincerely hope that this helped. If you need any additional support, I do provide in-depth tarot readings. I also provide personalized live services. Sorry, totally blanked out there for a second. But if you need to book any services, please check out the link below. You can also, again, check us out on Patreon. I do have some free readings on there and some free Reiki meditations that you can sample. Otherwise, like, subscribe if you need some more assistance on your self-love journey. And until I see you at the next one, I'm wishing you peace, love, and all the berries.